What if I told you the price of your bananas tomorrow could be totally different from today? Let's dive into the jungle and meet a monkey named Zeki to understand why. In the heart of this jungle, there's a bustling banana market. It's the only place for monkeys like Zeki to get their favorite food. Now, the interesting thing about this market is that banana prices aren't fixed. They can change every single day. Why is that? It all comes down to two simple ideas: supply and demand. Think of supply as how many bananas are available to sell. If the banana harvest is huge and the market is overflowing with ripe yellow bananas, that's high supply. On the other hand, demand is how many monkeys want to buy those bananas. If every monkey in the jungle is craving a banana, that's high demand. The price Zeki pays is all about the dance between these two forces. It's a constant balancing act. Let's imagine one morning the weather has been perfect and the banana trees are heavy with fruit. Banana farmers bring massive bunches to the market. The stalls are piled high. There are bananas everywhere you look. This is a classic case of high supply. At the same time, let's say a new, delicious type of mango has just come into season, and many monkeys, including Zeki, decide to try something new for a change. They're not as desperate for bananas. This means the demand for bananas is low. So what happens to the price? When there are tons of bananas, but not many buyers, sellers start to worry. They have all this fruit that will go bad if they don't sell it quickly. To attract buyers like Zeki, they have to do something. What do? They lower the price. Suddenly, bananas that were 10 pebbles yesterday are now just 5. Zeki sees this and thinks, wow, what a bargain. He can buy twice as many bananas for the same price. In this situation, high supply and low demand lead to lower prices. It's a great day for banana lovers. Now let's flip the script. Imagine a terrible storm swept through the jungle last night, knocking down many banana trees. The farmers arrive at the market with only a few small bunches. The stalls look almost empty. This is a situation of low supply. There just aren't enough bananas to go around. Meanwhile, all the monkeys have heard about the storm and are worried they won't get their daily banana fix. They all rush to the market, creating a huge crowd. Everyone wants a banana, so demand is incredibly high. Zeki gets to the market and sees long lines and very few bananas. The sellers see this too. They know they have something that everyone desperately wants, but there isn't much of it. They don't need to convince anyone to buy. In fact, they can charge more because the monkeys are willing to pay extra to make sure they get one. So, the price skyrockets. A single banana might cost 20 pebbles instead of 10. Zeki has to decide if it's worth paying the high price or going without. In this case, low supply and high demand cause prices to rise. This is the basic law of supply and demand in action. Let's consider another scenario. What if the supply and demand are both high? Imagine a good harvest. So there are plenty of bananas, but at the same time, a big jungle festival is happening and every monkey is planning to make banana smoothies. So even though there's a lot of supply, there's also a lot of demand to match it. In this case, the prices would likely stay stable. The sellers have enough to meet the high demand, so they don't need to drastically lower or raise prices. Zeki would probably pay the usual fair price for his bananas. The market is in balance. And what if both supply and demand are low? Let's say it was a poor harvest, so supply is low. But at the same time, most monkeys are away on a long journey, so demand is also low. There are few bananas, but also very few buyers. What happens to the price? It might stay pretty stable as well. The sellers don't have much to sell, but they also don't have many customers to sell to. The few monkeys who are around, like Zeki, can probably buy their bananas at a normal price without much competition. The market finds its balance again, just at a lower level of activity. Zeki starts to understand this jungle economy. He realizes that the price of his favorite food isn't random. It's a signal. When prices are low, it's a signal that bananas are abundant and he should buy more. When prices are high, it's a signal that bananas are scarce and he should maybe conserve his pebbles or look for an alternative snack. By paying attention to prices, Zeki can make smarter decisions about how to spend his hard-earned pebbles. He learns to watch the market, to notice how full the stalls are and how many other monkeys are shopping. This isn't just about bananas in a jungle. This same principle of supply and demand is at work all around us every single day. Think about the price of a popular new video game when it first comes out. Everyone wants it, high demand, but there might be a limited number of copies available, low supply. So the price is high. A few months later, more copies have been made, and the initial excitement has died down. Supply is higher, demand is lower, and the price drops. Or think about gasoline for our cars. If a major oil refinery shuts down, the supply of gas decreases, and prices at the pump go up. If people start driving less and switching to electric cars, the demand for gas goes down, which can help bring prices down. It affects the cost of plane tickets during holiday seasons, the price of avocados at the grocery store, and even the salaries for certain jobs. If there are many people with a certain skill but few jobs requiring it, the price for that labor will be lower. If a skill is rare but in high demand, the salary will be much higher. By understanding Zeki's banana market, we can start to see these hidden forces everywhere. It's like having a secret map to how the economy works. It helps us understand why things cost what they do and how prices can change. So next time you see a price tag, remember Zeki and his bananas. Ask yourself, what's the supply like? What's the demand like? You'll be thinking like an economist, all thanks to a very smart monkey. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more simple explanations of big ideas.